What's going on, guys? Newton Wheat here, and welcome back to another video. If you were with me last week, then you already know what we're about to cover. If you weren't, you know we're about to cover paid ads, and we're gonna just cover three quick things that you guys need to know before you start placing those ads on TikTok. Without further ado, we're going to get educated real quick. It's going to be a super quick video for you guys. That way you guys can hop into the weekend. And just a quick side note for you guys. It is mine and my wife's birthday this weekend. So next week there probably will only be one video. Me and my wife plan on doing a couple of things this weekend and enjoying ourselves. But that's neither here nor there. Just be on the lookout for just one video next week, just in case you're like, oh, there's only one video out this week. Don't worry, everything will continue on the following week as normal. Next week honestly, it'll probably be just a quick little update video, just kind of saying like, hey, this is where we are, this is where we're going, yada yada yada. Because as most of you guys know, I do have a baby on the way, so that's kind of taking all of my focus for the time being. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and pop into it. So last week we covered Monday we covered free ads, and I told you three things that really kind of set them apart from paid ads. As ads as a whole, it's usually broken down into free and paid. You can get some, hey, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, but that's really here and there. So we're not even going to cover that. So first thing, they're quicker. Paid ads are usually quicker than free ads, and here's why. If you pay for something, usually the service or product that you pay for, it has to be sent to you, shipped to you. The service needs to be completed, whatever the case may be, before, or at least, it needs to be verified that work or that service or whatever is done before it's like, oh yeah, you're paid, you're good to go, it's your money now. So it does give you a little bit more leeway, like, hey, this was not what I wanted. You can go through all the rigmarole for that. But just know that they generally work a lot faster, just because usually when you buy or you buy your ad set, the algorithm is already going to send it out to us, like so many people. It's just going to take it and it's going to run with it. And that's the biggest difference between free and paid, is just that free, it's all on you. You have to get in front of as many eyes as possible. Your content, your content schedule, etc., etc., etc. But when it comes to paid ads, you can actually set it all up to, let's say I want to set up a month's worth of ads. I can set up a month's worth of ads, and then they will just, boom, 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 whenever the time is right. But it does cost money. As we all know, a paid ad is something that you pay for, but it generally does work quicker. The next thing, you can use ad suites for the creation of your ads. Usually when it comes to paid ads, especially for TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, there's a separate business suite that you can actually use to set up your ad, get it sent out, put that payment information on there, all that good stuff. And that just makes it a little bit easier for you to maintain. Generally with free ads, it's just a little bit harder because it is all on you. So like, you're coming up with the content, you're coming up with the schedule to put out said content, you're putting out the content on whichever social media platforms, and you have to continue to do that on your own. So that's kind of where, if you're starting out, once again, I always recommend free. But once you get to that point where, okay, I'm making, a couple thousand a month, you might want to start looking into doing paid ads, just because of the flexibility and the control that you would have over it. Yes, you don't control, who's going to see it or where it's going to go, but you know that it's going to get in front of quite a few people. Now, I'm not saying by any means that free is not going to work. Free is definitely going to work. Free has worked for me, and it's worked for many, many, many other people. I'm just saying that paid usually goes a little bit quicker, and you do have a little bit more control over, I want to say, the financials of it, but it's not necessarily true, because if you're a free marketer as well, you have full control over the financials. I guess it really just boils down to the suite itself. If you're creating your own ads, you can still have a business suite and not do paid ads. But once again, like I said, that's just you having to put it in front of those eyes. And then the last thing, guys, is just don't necessarily, excuse me, you don't necessarily have to follow trends when it comes to paid ads. I always recommend that you follow trends, however, because trends, unfortunately, that's just the society we live in. The more people are going to follow what's trending. But you don't necessarily have to do that. The crazy thing about paid ads is you can have an ad set up, and it doesn't matter if it has the trending effect or the trending sound. If you paid for 10,000 views, you're going to get 10,000 views. It doesn't matter if, it was what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't matter if you I'm trying to figure out the right words so that I don't confuse you guys. It doesn't matter if you're following the trends with the effects and the audio, just because you're paying for the views, if that makes sense. It just means, I spend $10, let's say, to TikTok, and I want them to get that in front of as many people as possible. Give me an impression. Facebook can actually give you a little bit better numbers when it comes to that, because when you are about to place an ad, it actually, about the amount of money that you put on equates to the amount of views you get, and you can actually get a little slider bar that shows you how much you spend versus how many views you'll get. TikTok isn't as in depth with that yet, but there are many, many, many other ways that you can track that information, and I highly recommend that you do track it. And guys, I mean, that's really pretty much it. It's, they're quicker. You can use the business suite for ad creation in the business suite itself. You don't have to use like Word or Canva or anything like that to create all of your pretty fancy copy. And you don't necessarily have to follow the trends. And I know that actually helps a lot of people out, myself included. I do like to use trends. I do like TikTok. I actually really genuinely like TikTok just for fun. But it does have its drawbacks with, if you want to get seen using the trending stuff, and sometimes I don't want to use the trending stuff, but it is what it is, right? So with that, guys, I really hope you learned something. I really hope that you can take this information and go out and use it. I know I am actually currently doing some paid traffic stuff myself, just trying to see best mediums for it. Like I'm swearing by TikTok right now, but who knows? Instagram could do something crazy like Facebook and change their name and become something else, and who knows? We're just gonna play it one day at a time, and hopefully it all works out. But with that, guys, I really hope that you guys learned something. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I know me and my wife are going to enjoy ourselves for our birthdays. So with that, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I cannot wait to see you next week in the next one. I love you guys. You guys don't even understand. I really do appreciate everything that you guys do for me. And with that, guys, stay safe, have fun, wear a seatbelt, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.